Well, hey guys, this is Lugo from the Portal Spirit Orbs. Um, just want to show you guys a little bit of maybe a little bit of history and how this thing happened here about these orbs that I started coming to my cabin back in probably it's already probably been about let's see maybe a good 2 years at the most. Well, they still come here, they still hang around. Got here yesterday. Last night they were all around on the other side, on the I call it the east side of the cabin, and I think I had a friend of mine out here saging the place just to get rid of all the bad ones, but really they ain't no bad ones. These are all the nice white glowing orbs. Some of you guys can relate to that. Uh, I haven't seen no bad dark orbs or different other colors orbs. Just these nice, beautiful, clear, glowing orbs. Um, this land down here where I'm from is, well, where I put the cabin is Deming, New Mexico, almost right by I-10. Got the land 2 years ago, cleaned it up. Was having, got the cabin here, put solar lights, solar panels, cameras, made just to make sure that nobody would break into here or try to steal anything from the camera. Cameras watching, put it that way. I started, first reaction about these orbs started coming around was my solar lights that I had out here. They would turn off and on by themselves, and the cameras, of course, the motion would catch them. Uh, Me thinking every time, hour of the hour, it was somebody here trying to break in, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. I started seeing. First, I had the cameras in color mode. Then I put it in night vision, lifted in night vision, and I started seeing these weird balls flying around and getting near the solar panels. I mean, solar lights, and messing with them. They were actually turning them off and on, turning them off and on, make them brighter than what they were. Then they actually, the aluminums, I guess, on it, they really were glowing big time. They would spotlight my this front part of the porch, the other side of the cameras, and they would get so bright that I was wondering, well, is there a helicopter out here? Because helicopters do pass out here. I mean, are they lighting up my area with their spotlight? But no, it was, I guess, these orbs, whatever you want to call them. So it actually started from out here. Let's give you guys a little shot of out here. That was the west side. That's the north. West. West is over here. This side by my windmills. They started messing with all these lights. You guys can see them. So I got cameras all over the property, four spots. East, north, west, south. So anyway, so then I figured, well, they're bugs, they're moths, they're doing all kinds of weird stuff, right? They're just, cameras picking up bad stuff. No, well, when I have a camera inside the house, inside the cabin, that's where I started noticing more of the activity. Actually, they really started outside. Then, you know, they came in here, and so I put a camera over here just to catch them inside the cabin. Make sure that they weren't moths because nothing could get in there. I made this place like, airtight, dust type, bug type, whatever. And then this is where the majority started. They started messing with my one lamp that I had here, and they would bright that up. And I haven't not shot this in my video. I have not put this in my video. There's one that this table here was over here, and they ended up that there was a light, a bright light. I can't explain that, but I still have it in video. I never showed anybody that. I never pushed it on YouTube, so I kept that to myself. This TV over here, they turn that off and on whenever they want, and then I got, of course, I can talk in the camera. You can talk back, whatever. You can hear everything in sound. I would tell them to shut that TV off when they're done watching or whatever, and about an hour later, they would turn it off. I got videos of that too, but I didn't put that because nobody will believe that. They'll think, oh, AI. That's all AI. All these things that I got in here is AI. No, I don't deal with AI. I'm an old timer. I'm old school. I don't deal with AI. I don't even know how to play with it. So, I mean, take it as you want. I don't know what to say. Any of you guys are out there that seen these in your homes, you know what they are. Other you guys skeptical, then all I can say is whenever you get a chance to see them yourself, then you become a believer. Other than that, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, so here, this property was I'm going to say, probably Indian reservation back in its days. So there's a lot of history here about the Native American Indians that were here. There's these big old mounds that a lot of you out there might know, called the Florida Mountains in Deming. Maybe you can see it. So back in the days, old days, I guess, these were the stomping grounds of, the Native American Indians that used to live here. This property that I'm here, I don't know what's going on down here. I don't even know if there's, graves down here or something, but there's one big portal here that they come out and they show themselves. They try to get me out here. They try to get my attention to, see them on camera, let me know that they're here. Of course, I see them inside with me all the time, outside. Can't really tell you what they really. I know they're Native Americans because I've had one long one. I don't know what it is. Other people, I got comments that these long spears, I call them spears or whatever. It's a ball here, a ball here, ball here, and a ball here. White globe ball, long string. They tell me that those spider webs with eggs on it, but I got other videos that show this thing on east, west, north, and so on. That it likes to show itself on the camera and get my attention and for me to look at it. And I've recorded a lot of it. Probably want to post some. I'm going to probably shoot some videos on that and show you guys what I'm really showing, that it will actually take off, disappear, show up over here, lingering around, jumping around. And then at one time I had two of them come in. I always had one. The first one I had inside the cabin. That's another thing, because it started outside and all of a sudden it went inside. And one of them, I can't enhance the voice on it, but when I do it on my computer, it's a woman, and she claims her name is Yana Wana. Maybe you guys can look that up on Google. Check that out. Let me know what you think. I've checked it out, of course. She's an old native Indian. That's what she goes by. Now, a couple of weeks later, after that year or so, it comes here every other 2-3 weeks or so on. But it's been here more often, and now there's two. And they just jump around where the camera's at. I guess they know. I don't know what they know about the cameras. I guess the infrared or whatever. I don't know, that shows out the red lights. They go show themselves off. They're like, hey, we're here. Check this out, whatever. They don't do no harm. I guess they just like to be here. This is their land before mine. It wasn't my land. So I don't know what really happened here back in their days. So I'm thinking those Florida mountains, volcano, this is my thought, that they all lived here back in the days. And those are two volcanoes. They're not too far from here. They're probably about, I'm going to say about a quarter mile. And I'm thinking that they exploded back in their days, and all that ash that came down and rained on these people and choked them out. It probably killed them down here. And they might be buried down here probably a good, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 feet down. That's just my thing of thinking about it. But it kind of makes sense, right? And so some of these things, if you look in the history, most of these Native American Indians, they weren't found. They thought that they had disappeared and took off somewhere else, this and that. I think they got buried here by that ash volcano. and they died right here. That's why inside here, every time if you guys see some of my videos, that there's big old portals of them just coming out by the hundreds or thousands. Like, you know, one YouTuber told me he calls those raining, what does it call it? Raining snow, or snow raining, or raining something, raining orbs. That's what he called it, raining orbs. He understood that. I know you guys can think and see it for yourself to believe it, but that's what I'm thinking about what it really is. I'm not too sure. I can't really say I'm right or wrong. But anyways, that's just a little bit of it. I'm going to try to get these spirits, and I'm going to try to get brand new gear. I'm going to try to catch them in better cameras, better night vision. I don't know. I'm just going to start doing some more experiment. But they're here every other day, when I'm here and come, because I'm usually not here in this land that long. But when I do come in, they come out. And I'm talking about the hundreds or whatever. So I don't know. Stay tuned, you guys, and maybe you might like some of these new ones that I got coming up, and hopefully you like this new video that I will put together. I'm going to just call them slideshows, because I'm just going to throw a bunch of different little, you know, slides of them, and see what you guys think. But 100%, it's not AI. I don't do no AI. That's all, to me, BS. I don't deal with that stuff. I don't want to trick nobody. I want everybody to understand that what's really out here. I got these night vision goggles that I swear, if you guys have this type of night goggles, I will put them up just in case if anybody wants to know. They catch them like 100% better than my cameras, and it's just hard for me to catch them, of course, you know, with an iPhone or something. I don't know how to get them on the camera, but I'll try. But anyways, thanks for you guys watching, and I hope you guys like this. Bye.